I want you to take a moment and think about yourself, your body, what you're doing. Are you watching YouTube on a computer or on a phone? What did you eat today? Was it yummy? The reason I ask these questions is because I don't think we take enough time to consider our existence. Now, before you say, Cameron, I hope this isn't an existential video. Yes, this is an existential video. I'm having an existential crisis and I need a way to express myself before I blow up internally. So this is that video. I mean, the fact that I'm a human being that was capable of making like scrambled eggs for breakfast today, like what even is that? Like eggs that came from a chicken. Where did the chicken come from? What came first, the chicken or the egg? Like, we just take these things for granted, I think, because if you don't, then you're viewed as like this outsider. I think the hardest thing about being existential is everyone kind of looks at you like, hey, we all are, get over it. But I don't accept that as an answer. No, you should be existential. The fact that we're alive right now, I think everyone's just so distracted nowadays. Like, they're too distracted to be existential. And myself included. I grew up on video games and iPhones and every distraction in the book. And it seemed like growing up, I was more focused on distracting myself from reality than I was trying to conceptualize my place in the universe. Am I making any sense here? Now, yes, maybe I sound schizophrenic right now or something crazy, but you need to listen to me. This is insane. The odds of your parents ever meeting, 1 in 20,000. And then the odds of that specific sperm hitting that specific egg to make you the miracle of life, 1 in 400 quadrillion. And now that exact process had to happen 150,000 times because somehow our ancestors locked the fuck in and managed to reproduce that many times until you know, here we are. The odds of life being habitable, like the odds of Earth being a sustainable planet for life is about 1 in 700 trillion. So if you multiply all of those numbers together, you get a number so small, it's 1 in 10 to the 2,685,000th power odds of us being alive in existence. And just for reference, the amount of observable atoms in the universe is 10 to the 80th power. The odds of you specifically being alive is like flying to some random galaxy and just picking an atom at random. And guess what? Bingo, that's your atom. That's you. You exist now. So then you ask yourself, what are we doing with our lives, right? Well, what I'm doing is I'm filming a video in front of a green screen because some genius made the technology to allow myself to record on a camera and to use lights. Like who the fuck invented lights, you know? Who invented lights? That wasn't Isaac Newton, was it? No, Isaac Newton invented gravity. Who invented the light bulb? There was Tesla, and then there was... Edison. Thomas Edison. Man, I am such a genius. That only took me like 10 minutes to think about. But then, you know, I also just double checked and looked it up on my iPhone that has the knowledge of the known universe in it. Like, what? Okay, I don't know where I'm going with this video, but it's pointing towards, is there a God or is there not? Is this all an accident, or did someone or something create us? I was raised Mormon in a happy Mormon household with happy Mormon neighbors, but a few years ago I decided to step away from the LDS religion, at least temporarily, to, I don't know, evaluate myself. There's this common conception that the religion you're born into is like the one true religion. There are so many religions and so many people born into these religions, and they all swear the same thing. Hand to the Bible, I believe in this religion and I know it to be true. And I think that's just so Ignorant? Like, obviously you're gonna think it's true if your parents raised you on it and you knew nothing else your entire life. But I'm gonna save the topic of Mormons for another video. Right now, what I wanna focus on is God and whether there is a God. At the time when I first left the church, I came up with 3 reasons why I wanted to be atheist. Or I should say 3 reasons I was able to cope with being an atheist. The first reason was religion is inevitable. No matter how you spin it, if there is life, there is religion. I should say if there is intelligent life. People look for answers, and the odds of our existence, yes, are astronomically small. And so obviously we're going to look for answers to cope with how small we really are. So that was reason number 1. The second reason is religion is control. There's a reason why the Pope and the King were like this. Because the King, sure, could enact as many laws as he wanted, but no matter how you spin it, people could get away with anything as long as they don't get caught. How do you fix this? Say that there's an invisible eye in the sky watching you at all times. That is God, and that is religion, and that's why religion is control. The third and final reason is religion is flawed. Throughout history, there has never been a single religion without flaws. There's always some kind of human error that happens along the way, some kind of slip up. Did you know that there was a female pope at one point that the Catholics kind of just swept under the rug? Or in my case, there's a long list of oopsies that the LDS Church has managed to more or less successfully hide from its steadfast community. So with those 3 reasons in mind, I was able to go off on my atheist way and live a more or less unstressful life, not having to worry about my existence. That lasted for about 8 months before I started crawling back to religion. And I kept telling myself, you know what, Cameron, you are agnostic. Yes, you are agnostic. That was like my get out of jail free card. If anyone asked me what was going on, I just said, I'm agnostic. I hope there's something. I believe that there's something, but I'm kind of just too lazy to like figure out what that something is. So I'm just gonna live my life. But then I got to thinking, the odds of our existence are incredibly small. And not only are the odds of our existence small, but the quality of our existence is also incredibly high. Like the fact that we have families who generally love each other and get along, or the fact that we have supply of food and water at our fingertips. And obviously this doesn't apply to everyone, and in a first world country like America, we are super lucky to have this kind of stuff. But also the fact that we were born at the times that we were born. Okay, I'm gonna get sidetracked for a second, but I have this theory. It's a crazy theory. I was born in 2001. What are the chances that I'm the only person alive right now? And this could apply to you. I want you to put yourself into my shoes. What are the odds that just you are alive and everyone else is a pawn in this game? What if God put you in those exact shoes because he or she or they or them, I want to be inclusive here, put you in your position so that you could learn something about life, so that before you die and live on in eternity, you are able to accept some kind of concept. Maybe that concept is being kind unconditionally, or maybe that concept is being able to cope with a forever reality. Maybe the concept is that we aren't supposed to live forever. Am I cooking here? So yeah, that's my crazy theory, is that I could be like the only one alive, and the fact that I was born in a time period where there are still challenges and all of our problems aren't solved, but most of the difficult and like tedious problems have been solved. That number I told you earlier, the 1 in 10 to the 2 millionth, whatever, multiply that by the amount of years we've lived on this earth. The fact that you are alive at a time where houses are heat warmed and we have cars to get around, and we have food and running water that's clean and healthy, and the fact that you're watching YouTube on your phone or tablet or computer, and the fact that I have lights and a camera and a green screen that I'm able to use on DaVinci Resolve on my really cool monitor and PC that was somehow... Okay, I'm going to show you a video of how a PC is made.
Take your chromium-etched photolithographic quartz mask and shine a laser beam through it onto the wafer. The shadows produced by the photomask will control the location of highly localized chemical reactions on the surface of the silicon wafer. Now develop the photoresist. Acid etch the exposed parts of the wafer. Wash away the leftover photoresist. Now do some homoepitaxy, heteroepitaxy, pseudoepitaxy, diffusion doping, copper interconnects, chemical mechanical polishing.
How did someone come up with this shit? Our lives are so short, and yet people find a way to advance technology and society at such an alarming rate. It's honestly terrifying to imagine what we are going to be capable of in the next 50 years. Already AI is as bad as it's ever going to be. It's only going to get better. And the fact that I get to watch this play out in my lifetime is a blessing, but also feels a little bit too staged. It feels like God put me here in this time to watch it all play out. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of turned on the camera and started rambling. So those are my 2 cents. Leave a comment, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, everyone. And also, I'll do another bubblegum tier list on top of a tree soon or something. I'll review something. I reviewed something, actually. If anyone knows Meat Canyon, I opened one of his card packs and like reviewed all of his cards in a tree, but they were filthy. They were so nasty. So I decided not to upload that video, but I'll be back in that tree. Not that tree. They cut down the tree. The stupid city cut down my favorite tree. I think because people kept climbing it after I made that video, but I'm gonna find a tree and it'll be a big one and I'll climb it and I'll make a video about it. You mark my words. Tree video coming out soon.